Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we will take a look at venturimeter. Now venturimeter is the application of Bernoulli's principle, which implies that if a fluid flows horizontally so that no change in gravitational potential energy occurs, then a decrease in fluid pressure is associated with increase in fluid velocity, which means that a fluid which flows with higher velocity has a lower pressure. If you can see here, this is the venturimeter, and these two parts are normal pipe. The venturimeter is fitted in between the normal pipes. This is the converging part of the venturimeter, this is the throat, and this is the diverging part of the venturimeter. The fluid will flow in this direction and the velocity increases since the converging part acts as a nozzle, and the velocity of the fluid will be high at the throat section. And as you can see, there is manometer connected between throat and the pipe. The pressure is less, so the level of manometer fluid is higher. In the pipe section, the velocity is less, so the pressure is higher and the level of manometric fluid is lower, as you can see. Now venturimeter is used to find the volume flow rate through pipes. Let's consider the diameter of the pipe to be capital D and the diameter of throat to be small d. Then we have area of the pipe is equal to pi by 4 capital D square, which is capital A. Area of throat is equal to pi by 4 small d square, which is small a. Let's consider 2 points, point 1 and point 2, on a horizontal line along the direction of fluid velocity. Okay. Now the pressure head between point 1 and point 2 H is equal to x into rho m by rho minus 1, where x is the manometer reading, rho m is the density of manometric fluid, rho is the density of fluid of what we want to measure the volume flow rate for. We will apply Bernoulli's equation between points 1 and 2. We have P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1 is equal to P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2. Now P1 is the pressure at point 1, V1 is the velocity of fluid at point 1, P2 is the pressure at point 2, and V2 is the velocity of fluid at point 2. Since the points 1 and 2 are located on a horizontal line, we can cancel out Z1 and Z2, and we are left with P1 minus P2 by rho z is equal to 1 by 2z into V2 square minus V1 square. If you can observe here, P1 minus P2 by rho z is nothing but pressure head, and from the continuity equation, which states that the product of velocity of the fluid and the cross section through which the fluid is flowing through is constant. So we have capital A into V1 is equal to small a into V2. Now V1 is equal to small a by capital A into V2. We can substitute V1 value here and we get H is equal to 1 by 2g into V2 square minus V2 square into small a by capital A whole square. We can take V2 common from this, and rearranging some terms, we are left with V2 is equal to capital A by root of capital A square minus small a square into root 2gh. Now volume flow rate is equal to area into velocity. We will multiply V2 with small a because V2 is the velocity at small a. So Q is equal to small a into V2, which is equal to capital A into A by root of A square minus A square into root 2gh. Now this volume flow rate is theoretically calculated discharge. Discharge or volume flow rate is the same. This is the discharge which is calculated theoretically. Often the theoretical value will be greater than actual value what we get. In order to accompany that, we will use a term called coefficient of discharge, CD, which is the ratio of actual discharge to theoretical discharge. So we have actual discharge is equal to CD into theoretical discharge is equal to CD into capital A into small a by root of capital A square minus small a square into root 2gh. This is the formula for finding the volume flow rates through venturimeter. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.